Hey guys, my name is Georgiana Haynes, Avon Independent Sales Representative and National Recruiter, and I am coming to you today with another edition of my morning musings. It's been a while since I've done one, but I had a thought the other day that I wanted to share with you. But before I get to that, how you guys like my shades? Check them out. They are Avon Breast Cancer Awareness Sunnies. Not only is it pink, but it has a pink tint. So everything I see when I look through these lenses sort of have a pinkish tint. So white doesn't appear as white, it appears as pink. And I thought to myself the other day, sometimes in life, it's like we're walking around in sunglasses. Everything we see through our lenses has a negative, grungy tint to it. It's always, I can't, I won't, they won't, they're not, it isn't, this is bad, change is bad, negative, very down. And I've had this, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's something that I'm noticing about myself. I start off things with, no, that's not gonna work. Or, I don't know about that, but I'll try if you say it is. But I started to become conscious of what I'm seeing through my lenses when I look at the world. And I said to myself, sometimes you need to just take them off, kind of peer over them and see what it's really like in the world. See that it's not as pink as my invisible sunglasses are making it seem. Now, I'm an Avon lady. I don't mind pink. But you can see when you look through them that your view is sort of obscured. So you see how things really are and how things are viewed when you look at them through your lenses. Of course, it's different. It changes it. And what you're seeing when you look through the lens isn't how things really appear. Take a look at the world and see that it's not as no, can't, won't, as you may think it might be. And to see that in life, you might be holding yourself back from things because you take yourself out of the race because you look at it and say, okay, automatically, I'm not going to win. I can't do that. It'll never be me. I work with a lot of new representatives, and this was even me when I first started, but I always hear them say, well, I'll never sell that much. I just want to make a little bit. I don't want to set my goals too high so that, I'm disappointed when they don't happen. When you talk like that, I don't want to be disappointed when they don't happen, you're already saying to yourself that it's not going to happen. And you pull yourself out of the race. You don't even compete because you automatically assume that it's not going to happen. And even if you do try, you're not really trying with the belief that it's really going to be. And again, I'm speaking to you from the heart from this because this is where I am myself. And, everything, we just have this idea that everything in life is just down and bad and sad and not going to be me. That'll never happen to me sort of idea. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like, okay, well, see, I told you, good stuff never happens to me. But again, it's the lens that you started out with. It's the way that you're looking at it. It's not really how it is always, but the lens that you've put as a filter, for those of you who are young, it's like this Instagram filter on everything. And no matter what the image really looks like, it'll always be something negative. Take the sunglasses off, take a look at the world and see that it can be and it can happen and it can be and it can happen to you and for you, but you just have to believe and see it for what it is. Challenge yourself to take off the sunglasses and, just lower them a little bit if it's hard for you to take them completely off, but challenge yourself to lower them and kind of see what the world has to offer for you. Because you might realize that you're not so different from the people who are achieving and getting and doing. Yesterday, I read an article about a young lady who is doing amazing things because she stopped making excuses. She said she realized that all of her excuses sucked, and when she stopped making them in her life, she started to do and accomplish amazing things. But it was the filter of perception that she started off with. And then I was reading another story. I read this a long time ago, but it just came into my mind a few days ago. The idea that there was a gentleman who went to see a psychologist, and he said, he's having problems in his marriage. He feels that he doesn't love his wife anymore. And the psychologist said to him, okay, so love your wife. He's like, no, you're not understanding. I'm telling you, we don't love each other like we used to. When we first started, we were so in love, and now we're not anymore. And the psychologist said, love your wife. And he's like, no, I'm trying to explain to you that I don't love her anymore. And the psychologist said, love is as much an action as it is a feeling. You may not be feeling the love for your wife, but are you doing the actions of love? Are you loving your wife? And he said, here's a challenge. Every day, write down one thing that you appreciate or love about your wife. Try, make the effort. It may be hard in the beginning, but try and focus on those things. For that day, you love the way she brushes her teeth. I don't know. Write that down and focus on that. The next day, okay, well, you love the way she cooks. Next day, write that down and focus on it. And the man found that at the end of the year, not only did he have a wonderful book that he gave to his wife as a gift, filled with all the love things, but he realized that as he was showing love for his wife and focusing on the positive things, it became easier for him to love her. He started to focus on the good instead of the bad, and the good stuff started to outweigh the bad things. And the relationship between him and his wife improved, because when he was going out of his way to be affectionate and loving towards her, she felt that, and she started to reciprocate those feelings. So the feeling of love came back. So it's the same thing, or I guess it's similar with the feeling of happiness. And a lot of times you might be looking through your lens and saying, the world is a gloomy, dark, and eerie, horrible place full of bad things all the time. But try taking off the tint of gloom and doom and putting on another shade. Swap out the red tint for a blue tint or a yellow tint, and look at the world as somewhere positive, where great things can happen, where, the possibilities are endless, and, the amount of good that's in the world is just, insurmountable, and that good things can happen to you. And set out each day with the belief that good things are going to happen to you. I know it's going to be a challenge because I've been working on this myself. But, when you start putting out good energy, good things start to happen back to you. So apply the story of love to the emotion of happiness. Happiness is as much a choice as it is a feeling. If you could choose to be happy, and you could choose to just be sad and miserable and grumpy all the time. But it begins with you. You don't have any power over anyone else in the world, but you do have power over yourself and your own emotions. You're in control. It's all up here. So tell yourself each morning, I choose to be happy. I choose to have a wonderful day. I work with great people. I love my job. I'm an Avon lady. I do love my job. But when I set out each day with that emotion that, something great is going to happen today and something wonderful is in the works for me, and I believe that, when it happens, instead of me saying, okay, well, I'm not going to do that because I know I'm going to lose, and then, oh yeah, you see, I lost because I told you I wasn't. I set out with, something great is going to happen, and even if I miss what I was going for, something even better is out there for me. And I find that the tint is starting to get a little bit lighter, and I'm starting to see things in a different way. So I hope this helps someone out there. I'd love to hear your ideas and your thoughts. Leave a comment below in the box or on my Facebook page. Hit me up and let me know. Give the challenge a try. Try for 30 days to just change the color of your lens or lower it so that you can take a look at the world for what it is, and make sure that what it is doesn't have that tint of it's a horrible life on it. So have a great day out there, guys. Be productive and as amazing as I know you are. Bye.